Adventurous kids, explore with education and learning what a wild life is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West Adventurous Kids, learning and fun. Adventurous Kids!
Today I'm going to tell you about Jacques Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau was a French naval officer, explorer, ecologist, filmmaker, scientist, photographer, and researcher who studied the sea and all forms of life in the water. He co-developed the aqualung, brought attention to marine conservation, and was a member of the Académie Française. He is generally known in France as Le Commandant Cousteau, Commander Cousteau. Worldwide, people call him Jacques Cousteau or Captain Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau was born in Saint-André de Cubzac, France, on June 11th, 1910. He learned to swim at an early age. He also became interested in filmmaking as a boy. He attended a boarding school and then the French Naval Academy. In the mid 1930s, Cousteau began swimming every day to strengthen his arms after they were broken in a car accident. His good friends joined him as his injuries healed. They nicknamed themselves the Sea Musketeers. He began to experiment with swimming underwater with goggles that opened a new world for Cousteau. It led to his lifelong interest in undersea exploration. According to his first book, The Silent World, Cousteau started skin diving with a mask, snorkel, and fins in 1938. In 1943, he tried an invention. He and Emily Gangan designed the aqualung or scuba. This allowed men to stay underwater for a long time because the air in the tanks let them breathe. Cousteau also helped invent many other tools useful to oceanographers. These include a small submarine for seafloor exploration and a number of underwater cameras. Jacques Cousteau's underwater labs, called Con Shelf 1, 2, and 3, were experimental habitats that proved humans could live underwater for extended periods. The labs were located in the Mediterranean Sea and were part of a series of projects to build underwater homes. And when they wanted to take a ride, they just took their jet powered diving saucer out for a spin. In 1950, he launched the Calypso, a research ship. He and his crew on the ship carried out many expeditions. Cousteau converted the Calypso into an oceanographic research vessel that supported his diving, filming, and oceanographic research. It was not so much a research vessel, but it was more like a floating tree fort or clubhouse. They always had a scrappy canine mascot, and later on, they added a mini helicopter. In 1952, Cousteau published a book, The Silent World, about his research and about scuba diving. It was translated into many languages and brought Cousteau into the public eye. The book was later made into an award winning movie. Cousteau also produced and starred in many television programs. The most well known was the U.S. series The Undersea World of Jacques Cousteau. 1968 to 76. Jacques Cousteau is credited with inventing the shark cage, which he used for scientific research and to film the 1956 documentary The Silent World. Cousteau's shark cage was a metal cage that allowed researchers to safely study sharks. In October 1960, a large amount of radioactive waste was going to be dumped in the sea by the European Atomic Energy Community. Cousteau organized a publicity campaign that gained wide popular support. The train carrying the waste was stopped by women and children sitting on the railway, and the risk was avoided. In 1973, along with his two sons, Frederick Hyman, he created the Cousteau Society for the protection of ocean life. Frederick Hyman was its first president, and it now has more than 300,000 members. Wow. In 1977, he and Peter Scott received the UN International Environment Prize. In 1985, he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Ronald Reagan. In 1992, he was invited to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for the United Nations International Conference on Environment and Development. Then he became a regular advisor for the UN and the World Bank. Cousteau died at the age of 87 of a heart attack while recovering from a respiratory illness on June 25th, 1997, in Paris. An organization called the Cousteau Society continues to work to preserve the world's oceans. The 2004 film, The Life Aquatic, with Steve Zissou, directed by Wes Anderson, shows Cousteau's career to viewers, and it includes an end credit that reads, "In memory of Jacques Cousteau, and with gratitude to the Cousteau Society, which was not involved in the making of this film. Thank you for watching this Adventurous Kids episode." Yeehaw!
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous Kids.
What was the most interesting fact?
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous Kids.